Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? It is the King Hitman here, and this is one of the hypest videos I've ever done. Why is that? We have confirmation. I can't call it official confirmation, but this is a very trustworthy source. He's a credible leaker, so I don't really know. I don't know what else you want me to tell you, bro. It'll only be some time until I assume we get the official announcement. Maybe a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. I don't know, bro. But Dragon Ball Super, or at least I should say Dragon Ball, is getting another anime, yes, sometime in the next year. Now, this is releasing in 2023, so maybe I should say next calendar year. Allow me to reiterate. It could drop late. I think it'll drop in the summertime, so I do think it will drops in May, June, or July, like sometime like that. I'm pretty sure that's when Dragon Ball Super dropped. I want to say it started in July. Don't quote me though. It just feels that way. I forget why. But it means so much for the Dragon Ball community. It means so much for Dokkan. There's so much news that can come from this announcement. It's very exciting to me. It makes me excited, man. It's very hype. Now, with that being said, let me just reiterate this tweet. Thank you to DBS Chronicles. He confirms that there are weekly Dragon Ball episodes to start after the Universe Survival Saga arc. They're in production. The anime will be back in 2023. With just that, the first bullet point. I'm just giving my thoughts, man. So if this video ends up being 30 minutes, it's because the only thing that could get me this excited for this long, there's only two or three things, man: sports and Dragon Ball. And Dragon Ball top sports by a very long shot. I can't even front off you. My love for Dragon Ball, man. If you share that love, you know what I mean, bro. You understand why I can talk into this mic for an hour straight about what I want from the series now that it's coming back. And if you are excited for it, consider liking the video, man. Just smash the like button, dog. We lit, man. We lit, man. I can't lie. I almost cried a tear of uber happiness and joy and glee and all that extra shit, man. I'm very, very hyped. With that, starting after the Dragon Ball or the Universe Survival Saga arc, I do think that means they're going to retell the story of Broly, like the Broly's fight, sort of like what Dragon Ball Super, well, exactly like what Dragon Ball Super did with Frieza and Beerus. I don't know that that's a good or a bad thing. The only reason I'm concerned about it, and where is he at? The God, D Free, he had a very good point. Now, I had thought they were going to retell Broly since they said it right after Super starts, but the fact, how do I say it? The fact that they're retelling the story can mean that it's either going to be a really terrible and shitty retelling of the Broly movie, or it's going to look really, really good and set a very high standard for the rest of the series. If they even take like 80% of what Broly did, I don't think it'll be in the style of the Broly movie. I do think what's the word? The animation, the signature animation that Broly had, like, the more cartoon, even more cartoony, the simplistic style. I don't actually want it to be that. I'm gonna be honest. I want it to be more in detail, like Z was. Super, the style Super had, being more leaning towards the youth and not having, blood and gore and stuff like that. It kind of limited how bad they or how far they took it. I want this Dragon Ball Super show to be more mature, but I don't expect it to be. I just don't. Not at this point. Dragon Ball is clearly not just for more mature audiences anymore. That's not what they're asking for us. But this is coming from a guy who hasn't seen the new movie. So with that, if the new movie has that type of stuff in it, I have absolutely no idea. But yeah, so if they're retelling or if they're redoing the Broly movie, I think it's either going to be a hit or a miss, man. We're either going to like it. One thing that we will guaranteed get from that, if you do care about the Dokkan side of things, some people might be watching this for Dokkan, some people might be watching it out of love for Dragon Ball, is that we're going to get new Dokkan content from that. Now, truth said, at this point, Dokkan's going to get 57 anniversaries. I love that. But most importantly, this right here, I'm ready for this type of hype again. Now, this video is a link to truth. When we found out we were getting UI Goku in Dokkan, now that night UI did his first, Ultra Instinct what technique, I guess, his first performance under Ultra Instinct. That what happened? He went Ultra Instinct, fought Jiren, of course, and I'd say within like an hour, I want to say maybe 2 hours after the episode dropped, we found out he was coming to Dokkan. It was the craziest shit, bro. There's few moments in Dokkan's history, as hype as the game gets, that match up to what they did like this. Like I'd say, this moment when we found out UI Goku was coming to Dokkan as a Dokkan festival, right after watching that episode, and Goku, I'm pretty sure he broke the internet that night. I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure Goku broke the internet. So, he breaks the internet. We find out he's coming to Dokkan, and then the 5 year anniversary, I'd say, was very, very hype because the fusions were this in that such good of animations. That was really dope. There's only a handful, bro. Dragon Ball Super Broly, when Broly and AGL Gogeta dropped, which is the initial point I was going to make when I went on this tangent. I do think that for Dokkan, this signifies we will get new animations just off the retelling of the Broly arc alone, which is of course all my assumption. There's not the credible source leaking this. I think we're going to get new animations for Gogeta and Broly, which gives Dokkan so much more leverage to work with, which is funny because this is right before the 7 year anniversary as we're finding this out on Global, right? It's about 48 hours from now. I just recorded my showcase, like the pre-showcase for STR Broly and Texin Shinron. The STR Broly's only on like three categories, bro. It's so annoying. He's only on three categories, but now that he's gonna be in the anime, he could be on Battle of Fate. Maybe he'll display new characteristics, and that base form STR Broly could end up on Exploding Rage. Like we don't know how they're going to tell the Broly story now that it's gonna be multiple episodes. We have no idea. Maybe he'll be on Parent-Child Bond. We don't know. We don't know yet, which is really an interesting angle to look at it from. I do actually think that the Broly should be on Parent and Child Bond, but of course, Paragus was mostly just abusing him, right? So it makes sense. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's so much here, bro. I could talk all day, cause I could, but let me try to keep staying focused. So yes, it will start after the Universe Survival Saga, most notably to people who are looking outside of the Broly movie. Moro, they have to be telling the Moro arc, right? After, I would assume it's right after the Broly retelling of the arc would end. We get into the Moro arc. Moro will be on like 15 categories in Dokkan. Like I gassed it a little bit. He'll be on at least 10, 12 categories in Dokkan. I have no idea what happens in the manga because I've never read the manga. I was gonna pick it up one day because I kind of killed off the thought in my head, which is probably why I'm so excited that the Dragon Ball Super series would ever come back. I didn't really kill it off in like disappointment. It was just like a kind of, you can't keep asking them every year like, oh, is it coming back, is it coming back, like just leave it be, right? If it's gonna come back, reignite the fire. If it's not, bro, you gotta look at Dragon Ball from another angle. You gotta stop asking for something that you're not receiving. So now that we know that the series is coming back, Moro, his telling will be very interesting because the iteration, so the way the manga tells Moro's story, which is the only story we have, only version of the story we have, right? It's very graphic. It's very gruesome. I've seen certain manga panels. Moro is he's a pretty badass from what I can tell. He's putting his, I don't want to spoil it too much, but he's putting his hands through people's chests and shit, right? So I expect Moro to really go crazy. I expect that, but like I said, they're not gonna be too graphic, I would assume, because this isn't for kid, or this is more for kids. Like this is more catered towards the youth. Like it's not a childish thing, but it's more catered for the youth. So I think it's gonna be a slippery slope. I think a lot of people will simply just be excited. There's always gonna be people who are dissatisfied. I hope the anime quality, just the quality, the storytelling, the pacing, the actual animation, I hope it's all just great quality because where he said it a moment ago. Oh yeah, this right here, this should look so much better. It should look so much better than the original Dragon Ball Super run. Whether they call Dragon Ball Super 2 or you see D Free did something slick here, he did Super. That's hard. I kind of like that in terms of like tweets. But yeah, all of Toei's staff looks leagues better than Dragon Ball Super, and yes, even the best Dragon Ball Super episodes. Now, certain shots, say like Goku when he was MUI Goku and he anybody who hurts my friends must pay. Like that moment right there. That's a gorgeous moment. Like I obviously that clears a good chunk of the Broly movie, right? Off the coloring and the shading and the detail in his face. That was a beautiful moment. But you get what Donnie is saying here. So I expect things to really pick up. I don't think people, I'm hoping they don't mess up the quality of it. I know I sound like I'm running in circles right now, but it's all coming to my head at once. Like as soon as I started talking to you guys, I started really thinking. Now, there will be a new this one is kind of something I'll probably cover another time just cuz we're still in the midst of the hype for the new like Dragon Ball superhero movie, right? But a new Dragon Ball superhero movie or excuse me, a new Dragon Ball Super movie after damn it, no super attached. A new Dragon Ball movie after superhero is currently in pre-production. Toei is planning to release the movies once every 2 to 3 years. That's even more content for Dokkan, for Dragon Ball, for hopefully Xenoverse 3 in a year, 2, 3 years. That's so much more for us to do, bro. It's so exciting, man. There's so many things we can talk about. I really should kick up a stream and just let everybody vent their thoughts on what they expect to be coming because it's shit to celebrate, man. It is. In the anime community, if you love Dragon Ball, bro, if I grew up off, bro, I've only known Dragon Ball like since I was 3, 4 years old, dog. I was raised in drag. I was indoctrinated into this shit. Like I, I was jumped into this lifestyle, bro. Like it is. So I'm very excited to see what they do for a new Dragon Ball superhero movie. Damn, a new Dragon Ball movie after superhero. It's a tongue twister and it's a brain blaster. But I'm excited to see what they do. But I don't want to focus on that right now. I want to focus on the anime. The anime is, of course, going to come sooner if this leak is correct, which I trust it. So let me know you guys' thoughts. I gotta stop talking, all right? Because if I talk all day, I will talk all day. So let me know you guys' thoughts on it. Like the video if you're excited, man. Oh man, I'm talking myself into a corner, but I have so many things to say, bro. It's the young hitman. Let me go. Let me go drink some water and shut up, man. It's Hitman and I'm off this.